I'm Iniba, and thank you so much for tuning in to Halo Halo, the show that provides the latest in entertainment news, lifestyle features, and community events. And speaking of community events, GSBA USA is holding their first for the season Western Regional Tournament happening July 25th in Riverside. And here to tell us more is the Marketing Director of GSBA, Francis Serrano.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. I'm very blessed. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I should make a correction. You're
Sure.
actually the Marketing Director of GSBA USA.
Yes, I am. Yes. I am. No, the international group tries to get me, and I'm like, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet. So, but I am the Marketing Director for GSBA USA. So.
And you're also in charge of the tournament that's happening this Saturday.
Yes,
right?
the 25th.
Yeah,
yes,
the
I am.
25th.
Exactly. I'm not only the Marketing Director, but you're right. I am the tournament coordinator, along with the Western Regional Director, Mike Turk, and my partner, Dwayne Malaris.
Yeah.
We're putting this tournament together. Yes.
Now, for people like me who is just being introduced to GSBA,
Sure.
Tell me a little bit more.
Well, GSBA stands for Global Stick and Blade Alliance. It's a fairly new organization that spawned from an older organization, but even though we just started I think in 2008, if I remember, or 2010, excuse me, we already have 20 plus countries members, so in the international core. So the great thing about Global Stick and Blade Alliance is that in order for you to compete at the World Championship, you have to first compete at the regional tournament, which is what I'm hosting on the 25th. Once you win first or second place in that in your weight division, you then you're then invited to compete at the national level.
Right.
At the national level, now you're fighting the best fighters from all over the country.
Wow.
Exactly.
And
it's
that's
phenomenal.
like 20 countries, you said? Or
No, from all over this country. All over this country,
okay.
right. So there's going to be from the entire United States. Now they're all vying for the same spot for the United States team.
Right, to
so
represent US.
Right, exactly. So then at that point, at the World Championship, which is going to be held in July of next year, it's going to be 20 countries fighting. And if you win that, then you really can call yourself a world champion.
Wow.
So because there's a process of elimination. So you're fighting the best fighters from all over the world, and then if you win, you can really call yourself a champion.
Now, what makes your tournament different from others?
Well, okay, so one of the things that I'm trying to do is that I'm always focused on trying to make sure that the fighters and my members, the Global Stick and Blade Alliance members, get the best bang for their buck.
Right.
So in previous tournaments, which were successful and really helpful, they would usually charge one for the first division, one price, and then additional price for every other division after that.
Right.
I thought that that's, I understand why the motivation that they did that, but then I thought that that's something that needs to change because things are just getting more expensive. So what I decided to do in my tournament, and this is for the very first time, that we're just charging one price for as many divisions as they want. Exactly. So if fighters that have never competed in different divisions, they now have the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, if they were able to sign up for the early bird special, that they can sign up, they pay once, and they fight as many divisions as they want. So that's the first thing that we're changing, that I'm changing for my tournament. The second thing is that I always recognize that the people that are sacrificing for these tournaments are not just the fighters. It's also their families, it's their loved ones. If it's a child that's competing, their parents are sacrificing. And in many tournaments, they're always charging them anywhere between $5 to $10 to come in.
Right.
So it's really difficult sometimes for families to say, hey, I can't really afford for everybody to go. So in this particular case, no spectator fee.
Oh, really?
Exactly. No spectator fee. It's free for everybody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Filipinos have large families, so bring the whole clan.
Huge families.
Exactly. My grandparents had 12 kids. So
oh, wow.
Yeah, no, we always say we don't have a family tree, we have a family forest.
Yeah, that's nice. So it's free to come.
It's free for spectators, but and that's why we were able to get a bunch of sponsors.
Right.
And sponsors that are going to be there, like Bayani Art was, for example, they're the ones that designed this shirt.
Yeah, I was looking at that shirt before we started. I was like, that is an awesome shirt.
Thank you. Bayani Art is by far one of the best apparel company that just focuses on awareness about the Filipino American community.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I met with the owner, I said, listen, we need to collaborate. He agreed, and then we've collaborated, and he designed this shirt specifically for my tournament only.
Right. Oh, nice.
So this shirt is only going to be sold at my tournament. So if you guys want to purchase one of these shirts, it's only going to be sold at my tournament, but it is a Bayani art shirt.
Wow.
So we're very, very fortunate that the Bayani art is helping us out with that. So there's going to be a lot of sponsors there. There's going to be people that just show them how to get to the nationals, help them get to the national financially, help them get to the world.
There's mentors, there's demonstrations.
Exactly. The demonstration. There's a lot of things that are there to help each one of my members, because that's my main focus. How do I get them to the nationals? How do I get them to the worlds? It's so expensive. Like, for example, the World Championship is most likely going to be in Hawaii.
Ooh, nice.
So, exactly. And when I get there, I'm going to try to find a rich old lady to marry so I don't have to leave. But the great thing about that is, I mean, you know, it's going to be in Hawaii, and they bring their families, but the unfortunate is it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
So what I'm trying to do is help and bring companies and bring mentors, like you said, that would help them get to Hawaii without having to incur so much debt. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do differently.
Now, you've been teaching Filipino martial arts for several years now. For somebody that's just beginning or want to start, where do we even begin, or what do we do?
Okay, the first thing you need to do is go to my website, is fmaschool.com.
I like that. That was
smooth. Wow, transition. Yeah, he's definitely marketing. But first thing and foremost is definitely do your research. There are a lot of extremely qualified instructors here in Southern California alone, and there's just really so many facets about Filipino martial arts. So really, you got to do your research first. You don't have to be a martial arts expert. You don't have to be extremely young or extremely old. It doesn't really matter. Anybody can pick up Filipino martial arts quite easily.
Now, what makes it different from other martial arts?
Well, Filipino martial arts predominantly, it starts you off with a weapon based. Unlike a lot of the other traditional martial arts like Taekwondo or Karate, Filipino martial arts, it starts you with a stick first. And then they pretty much change that up into single stick, double stick, really depending on the style. Single stick, double stick, blade, such as a knife or a sword, whips kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, exactly. And a long stick, a long bow, a long staff. And then move you into empty hands. Now with Filipino martial arts, we also incorporate ground techniques, like a lot of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we use ground techniques, but all of that is still using the weapon. So a lot of people that are interested in Filipino martial arts are military personnel and police personnel, because they get to use their baton or whatever weapon that they have in hand. So what's really great about that is, when you learn to use a weapon in your hand, you actually learn to use whatever you pick up in your hand.
Grab,
And the best thing about that is that the same techniques, the same movements that you use for Filipino martial arts translate into your empty hand technique. So whether or not we have a weapon in our hand,
we know how
to we know how to handle ourselves. So in fact, in Filipino martial arts, we don't call the sticks or the sword or the knife a weapon. We just call them tools. So the tools, I mean, because if a knife is on the floor, it's not dangerous. It's on the floor. The weapon is ourselves.
I was gonna say is you, right?
Exactly. So
I'm sorry. I was gonna say what I want is I want you to come back and show me some moves.
I would love to.
Time.
I would definitely love to. I would definitely love to do that. So I mean, but so that's what's so great about Filipino martial arts. And the tournament that we're hosting actually is, a lot of that is the weapon-based tournament. And it's live action. It's full contact fighting. You can hit anywhere from the knees and above. And they're wearing full armor. But trust me, as a recipient of getting hit many times, I've had fractured ribs. I've had somebody, even with the full armor kind of thing. Can I see that card for 1 second? So as you can see, there's they're wearing the helmet, right, kind of thing, and there's a full body armor. We've had people who have their jaw dislocated.
Oh my goodness.
Wearing that. So I mean.
So we might see that at the event on July 25th.
No, we
Saturday.
won't, because at my tournament, people are going to be safe.
So
that's
good to know.
Nobody's going to sue me.
Now, for more info on the tournament and how to be a part of it, where can we go?
You can go to my website again at at www.fmaschool.com. Has all the information you have there, and again, it's free for everybody to come. Just come check it out. If you've always been interested and you live in the area or in Southern California, just come on down.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank
Francis.
you very, very much for having me.
A pleasure having you here
it's been an
and
honor
telling me
to be
more
here.
about Filipino martial arts.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Again, for more information on the GSBA USA Western Regional Tournament, which is happening this coming Saturday in Riverside, make sure to head to the website you see on the screen. Don't go anywhere because we have more entertainment and music news all when we return.